What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Blessings, blessings, blessings. Sorry for the glare. Sorry for the glare. Blessings to you, Daphne. I'm not freezing, am I? Our declaration is going to be God will slow you down when it's not time. Our declaration is going to be God will slow you down if it's not time. I'm going to say that again. God will slow you down if it's not time. One more time for the one time. God will slow you down if it's not time. I wanted to share this revelation that God gave me because earlier today we did talk about how sometimes when you feel things are stalled or when things are not moving as quickly as you want them to move or as quickly as you expected them to move, like sometimes you deal with like a slight depression. Sometimes you get to a place where you feel defeated. Sometimes you get to a place where, you are just frustrated beyond frustrated, right? Um, and so earlier today, I was feeling that way. And it's like after the first broadcast, I just really, hold on one second. I just really got into a place where I accepted, right? I accepted. I want somebody to type in that word acceptance. I accepted that, okay, God, you're slowing this down for a reason. And so instead of moping about it, I'm literally going to do what I can do. Hey, Miss Allen, I'm literally going to do, what I can do. I'll do what you put in my heart to do. And it's like, I honestly went on about my day, worked out from home, ate my food. I was able to get some ground turkey. I had just enough to get it, right? And right as I was, getting in the shower, getting ready to just kind of just wind down and start working, finances came in. Hold on one second, you guys. I gotta get some gas. Finances came in. And in that moment, the Lord told me I had to slow you down because it was not time. I'm gonna say that again. He told me I had to slow you down because it was not time. Hold on one second, you guys. Can you guys? I gotta drop the rest of this revelation. Kroger, y'all. If you don't have Kroger to get your little fuel points, it works wonders. It works wonders. Hold on one second, you guys. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all. Sorry. Yeah, Kroger. I got 20 cents off. But God told me. He said I had to slow you down because it wasn't time. I know you had certain expectations, and the Lord broke it down. He said, really what was happening were you were wanting to skip steps. God like flat out told me, you have not done it like the right way. You hadn't, legalized the business. You hadn't wrote out, all of what you needed to write out. And here you are trying to like just skip steps and jump ahead. And the Lord told me, he said, these are the dangers of idolizing your breakthrough, idolizing your assignment. He told me, he said, these are the dangers. When especially coming out of a dry place, when you begin to idolize what I have you doing, it makes you want to go from 0 to 100 real quick. And the Lord said, granted, there were certain things that I had to allow to get you to get your heart into a place where you were willing to pursue what I needed you to pursue. But when it got too much, hold on, y'all. Hold on. I promise y'all I got a word. And I'm going to just sit here and get this broadcast out. Hold on, y'all. I got to turn the car on. It got to connect to my Bluetooth. Hold on 1 second. But the Lord told me. He said, these are the dangers. Hold on. No. He told me. He said, there were certain things that I needed you to do so that your heart would be ready and want to do what I'm asking you to do in this year, in this season. But the Lord said, when did I ever tell you to skip all those steps? And he broke it down, like even this morning, like God telling me, like, just pause. Take time to like plan, to prepare, to methodically do what I'm asking you to do. I'm going to say this again. He told me, sit and methodically plan out what I'm asking you to do. Write it down. There are some of y'all, including myself, where we're pursuing things and we hadn't done step one. We have not sat and actually wrote out the vision and made it plain. Now that's Bible. Give me a one if you understand what I'm saying. That's Bible. That's Bible. And the Lord says we have the audacity to get upset, to get our panties in a bunch when he slows things down. It is not the devil slowing you down. It's God. It ain't the devil fighting you. It ain't not a lick of warfare. It's God. It's God. Somebody say it's God. It's God. It ain't not a lick of warfare. The warfare is in your mind. The warfare is your flesh is warring with what God wants you to do. Yeah. We have certain expectations, especially when you've been in a season where God has sat you down, especially when you've been in a rough patch. It is very, very easy to want to just say, I'm trying to let God lead, but to allow your expectation to take over. So God's way of protecting us isn't slowing us down. Some of y'all have businesses. Have you wrote the vision, made it plain? Some of y'all have businesses. Have you wrote the vision, made it plain? Some of y'all are supposed to be writing books. Yeah, some of y'all are supposed to be writing books. Have you actually sat and wrote down the names of the chapters? Have you written it down? What the vision is for the book? Some of y'all have businesses and you may say, Apostle, well, I got the vision. I made it plain. But have you really done all the paperwork? The tedious stuff? What are your company's colors? What's the theme? What's the goal of the company? Who's your audience? But you got the audacity to get impatient. God told me this morning I was being impatient, and I was. He told me this morning I was being impatient, and I was. Some of us have no right to be sad. Some of y'all need to say that I have no right to be sad. I have no right to be frustrated. I have no right to feel disappointed. You have no right to feel that way. Because as long as you're obedient, you're still moving forward into what God has for you. The only reason why a lot of times we feel stuck is because things aren't moving at the pace that we want them to. And a lot of times it really don't even be that we stuck. It's just Our expectation of how things were going to go is not happening. So it makes us feel stuck. It makes us feel blocked. But when's the last time that when's the last time you asked God, Lord, is this delay you? Because there is a certain thing, right, where God will withhold if he knows that we're going to move ahead of him, if he knows we're going to do something that he don't want us to do with the blessing, he'll withhold the blessing. He'll withhold it. There was a reason why your website is down, Stephanie Palmer. There's a reason. It revolves around shipping and handling. You have not figured it out. You have not figured out how long your products actually last. You have an idea as far as certain product. You have an idea as far as like certain like products, like about how long. But you really don't know. You don't know until you actually experiment. Leave a few cookies out for a few days. Come back every single day. Do a taste test. Observe it. Experiment. There's a reason why the delay was there. There's also a reason why no one hit you up to purchase the cookies. The recipe is not perfected to God's standard. It's not perfected. And he's not going to let you sell something that is subpar. And it's not subpar, but you're going to feel that way when you perfect the recipe. And God is talking about those thumbprint cookies. You're going to feel like the first batch was a start, but it was subpar. When you get to the point where you kind of jazz it up a little bit, you're gonna feel that way. You're gonna be like, God, thank you, you ain't let me sell them. And the reason why some of us are like impatient is because we're eager for the blessing. We're eager for the breakthrough. Because we idolize the assignment, it has also made us idolize the blessing. Ouch. I'll say that again, because some of us like are idolizing our assignment, idolizing the business, idolizing whatever it is God has you pursuing in this hour. It also like subconsciously makes you idolize the blessing. It crosses your mind. Okay, God, if the business get booms, if I sell X amount of whatever it is you sell, any business owner, your mind is gonna go towards money. How much money is this gonna bring in? And that's just me being real. The Lord just sent me here to tell you that he will slow you down when it ain't time. Now, let's break that down. Some of the things that we're pursuing that have been like delayed, slowed down, or God has blocked them altogether. God isn't saying that it ain't that we'll never do those things. But what he is saying is get your ducks in a row. I need somebody to type that in. Get your ducks in a row. Get your ducks in a row. Get your ducks in a row. Prepare. When have we ever known, God not to prepare us or not to allow us to be prepared? When have we ever known God to be a God that doesn't require that we be prepared? When have we ever known? I mean, sometimes God will take you from the back into the front, but let's be real. You're always prepared when he does that. But when has God ever just let us go from 0 to 100, knowing that we ain't ready for level 100? I'll wait. Don't let the dry season make you rush what God is doing in your life. And I'm not talking about the dry season now, because we ain't in the dry season. I'm talking about last year. Don't let what you went through last year make you rush on what God is having you do. I'm telling y'all, like right at the moment where like God knew, like, God, even if funds come in, I'm not going to. I was able to pay a bill that I missed, 2 bills, and I able to get some gas. And I said, Lord, Even if money, before it came, I'm like, God, even if money does come, I'm not going to get that stuff off of Amazon. It ain't time. I understood, God, it is not time. And the thing is, when we push against like the timing of God, the grain of God, right? It creates feelings of being overwhelmed. It makes us feel defeated. It makes us feel like a tire. We all have seen a car stuck in mud. If you get a car stuck enough, a four-wheeler stuck enough, listen, what them tires gonna do? They just gonna spin. The car's gonna be straight up stuck. The car gonna be straight up stuck. And for some of us, that has, like the past day, that's been us. And not really being productive the way that God, we've been keeping ourselves busy, but what we've been busy doing is pushing against the grain of God, going against the flow of God. That's been some of us, like the past day or so, just going against the grain, feeling frustrated, feeling overwhelmed, feeling, some of y'all been feeling anxious. What's up, Sabrina? Some of y'all been feeling anxious, right? So I'm gonna say this again. There are some moments, especially in new seasons, especially in new ventures, where like if you're moving too fast or going against the flow of God in that area, God will start blocking stuff. He'll start blocking stuff. And if you keep pushing, you're gonna feel stuck. If you keep pushing, right, you only gonna frustrate yourself. You only gonna make yourself feel depressed. You only gonna make yourself anxious and overwhelmed. This is a wake-up call. It was a wake-up call to me. Like my mouth dropped when God said that. It ain't that I don't want you to do it, but not yet. And sometimes the reason why God says not yet is because there's a ram in the bush somewhere. There's a blessing. Sometimes it does revolve around us needing to actually do all the requirements to be able to fully pursue that thing. Right? God said, tell my people, don't try to skip steps this year. Tell them, don't be desperate for it. Don't be desperate, because here's the thing. When you're desperate, you'll do anything. Why you think people be out here scamming people for money? I'm going to say that again. Why you think people be scamming people for money? I mean, we've all seen on social media somebody's page absolutely get hacked, and then they start, posting, whoever has hacked them starts to post about, flipping money. The only people that get caught up in stuff like that are people that are desperate for money. I'm going to say it again. We've all seen it. We've seen it on Facebook. We've seen it on Instagram, right? We've seen it. People getting their accounts hacked. Yeah, woe unto the scammer, but woe unto the believer that was desperate, money, not discerning. You'll do anything when you're desperate. You will skip steps when you're desperate. When you're desperate for a breakthrough, listen, you will say, forget all kingdom and Bible protocol. I'ma do it my way. And you know what happens? You get in a self-created storm. You get into a whole self-created storm. God is saying the things that he's having us build and create in power, he wants them to be stable, built on a solid foundation. Whether it is relationally, whether it is emotionally, whatever they may be. The Lord says, I want what they're building, what they're putting inside, on solid foundation. And the only way you can on solid foundation is if you do the work. Is it goes out? No. I still freezing. Hold on. I ain't freezing. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Am I still freezing? Am I still freezing? What about now, y'all? I should be good now. I'm going to just park back here. Okay, hold on, y'all. But the Lord says the only way that it can be built on a solid foundation is if you go step by step. Type that step by step. And you know, the way to do it God's way is to just listen. The way to do it God's way is to just listen. Listen to him. Pay attention to what's happening. Am I freezing for anybody else? I shouldn't be freezing. Am I freezing for anyone else? Okay, I'm not freezing for anybody else. So pay attention. God will tell you. God will tell you. The signs are all around you, because here's the thing. When it's God, it flows. I need somebody to type that in. When it's God, when you're doing what God wants, it flows. Everything you need comes. The door opens. The opportunity, it flows. But we really have to start paying attention in this season. As we're pursuing, we have to really start like paying attention. Is this door like, oh, am I having to force this to happen? Am I having to like force this door to open? Am I having to force my way, force whatever it like? God, when it's God, it flows. Anything. You feelings are a little bit, take a pause. And say, got this. Hold on, y'all. I don't know. Hold on. I really don't know, y'all. Hold on. Appreciate y'all. I'm trying to get it. I'm getting to where I am not freezing though. He big mad because this is for somebody. Hold on. I can see y'all comments. Hold on, y'all. I'll just have to drive back here when I'm done. Hold on. I'll drive back here when I'm done. Oh, Lord. For sure. Oh, y'all. Am I still freezing? Hold on. We're gonna get this word out. I'll just drive back where I was to this store. Hold on. Because I refuse to stop this. What about now, y'all? Are we good now? We should be good now. We should be good now. I need someone to comment to let me know, are we good? Okay. But it's like this. The devil is real mad, y'all. He's real mad. Because what happens with going against the grain of God, you know, you can't force a door to open. You can't force the provision you feel you need. You can't force it. But what it becomes is wasted time. Are y'all catching this? It becomes wasted time, wasted energy. When you where it's like if you had to just listen to God, paid attention, discerned, you wouldn't have wasted so much energy going against the grain. You would have divvied that energy and your time to working on whatever else God needed you to work on. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? I pray that I'm making sense. And that's really the hang up this year. So no, it's not warfare, but the enemy is like, if I can just get them desperate enough, right, to come out, right? For the breakthrough, for the miracle. If I could just get them desperate enough, listen, it'll just totally drown out their discernment. It'll just totally like drown out everything. They'll waste so much time trying to open the door thinking it's me when it really is God. He's the father of deceit. He's the father of deceit. And it's like this for me. Hold on one second. I'm gonna park so I can get this out. And it's like for me, I could have done another broadcast had I not just been so focused. And this is me being transparent on getting the provision for something that it wasn't time for. I could have been able to do that last broadcast last night, but I wore myself out. So I couldn't be productive. And even though God was in the mix of those words, I could have saved myself a lot of energy. God says I need to say that. Could have saved myself a lot of energy. My question to you is, have you been wasting time? Have you been wasting time? Because this is for somebody. Have you been wasting time? Have you been going against the grain of God, trying to do it your way because of your expectations? Because of you being desperate? Let this be a wake-up call. We are not to stop discerning. I'll say that again. We are not to stop discerning. You can't afford not to discern. Pay attention. When it's God, it's flow. When it's God, it flows. When it's something He wants you to do, it's gonna flow. But when it ain't, you're gonna start feeling turbulence. And I gotta say this again: we are in a year as children of God. As long as we are faithful and obedient, it's really not much warfare that many of us are going to deal with. I ain't saying we won't, that God ain't gonna test us, but like being attacked, how many of us were attacked last year? God says this is not that year. And I believe that for many people, you can attest to the fact that this year has been very different from last year. It's not really any attacks that you're going through, any warfare. For many people, it's been highly productive, this year. It's been highly productive. So pay attention when you start to feel anxious, overwhelmed, because we should not feel overwhelmed pursuing the new things. Like, yeah, sometimes the new thing is, it can be a bit, when you don't know what you're doing, it can, make your nerves a little bit bad, but God is taking us at a pace that will not overwhelm us. So while you wait on the time to come for you to get what you feel you need, study. Whatever it is God has you doing, study it. Prepare. Make sure that you got all your ducks in a row. Sign up for that school. LLC your business. Get your federal, federal EIN number. Make it legit. If you know you need to be looking for jobs, look for jobs. Work on your resume while you wait. Work on your cover letter. Update it. Organize your home. Organize your office, your business office, your home office. Organize it. So it's like when God put it to me like that, y'all, I wasn't even mad. I was shocked that I didn't see it. But I understood, God, I do have some other things I need to do. I need to study a little bit more for this stuff. I need to study a little bit more before I start ordering stuff that I might not need. I need to start studying a little bit more. And what happens a lot of times is the vision that God shows us, it just excites us. It excites us and it makes us want to go all in. It makes us want to go fast. But God is saying, slow down. Slow down or I'll slow you down. Slow down or I will slow you down. Listen, I love y'all. I'm rooting for you guys. There are some of y'all that need to sow. The seed title is slow down. If this was your word and you know it was your word, you can sow $1 into it. You can sow 5, you can sow 20, you can sow 100. You sow whatever God tells you to sow. But the seed title is slow down. You can sow one or two ways. You can sow via paypal.me/thoughtsbyt, or you can sow via the Cash App using $thoughtsbyt. That's it though. I love y'all. I'm rooting for y'all. So until next time, y'all. Peace.